Hey guys, welcome back. I am excited to try my Arrogant Bastard clone from the recipe that the American Home Brewers Association put out. By the way, if you missed it, this weekend was Learn to Homebrew Day, so better late than never, I guess, if you haven't homebrewed yet. There's a lot of fun things that happen on Homebrew Day, like group brews and whatnot. My first commercial brewing experiences I've ever had were actually on a National Homebrew Day. So if you missed it this year, catch it next year. It's always the first Saturday of November, I believe. It's usually around the 4th or 5th. Anyway, so if you didn't watch the video before, I made an Arrogant Bastard clone, and this was mainly because I couldn't find it anywhere. I think Vaughn's has it. I did Google it, but I haven't gone to the grocery store, so I don't know, maybe I'll do a comparison. But today we are just trying this one. So this clone is, it didn't seem very hoppy when I was making it. There's a first wort hop, there's a flame out hop addition, no boil hops. There is some caramel malt in here. As you can see, it's pretty dark. Whenever you look at like a can of Arrogant Bastard, it does say strong ale versus like IPA. So I don't think it's supposed to be super hoppy. But they all are also like, oh, you won't like it. It's going to punch you in the face, whatever. I don't know. Marketing gimmick? Maybe. So this basically only has Chinook in it. Was it really Chinook that I had cryo of? That's kind of crazy. I used a cryo variety of the hops, which is basically a supercharged version. So I actually used less hops than they suggested. The actual recipe is like 1.75 ounces in the first wort and then 1 ounce in the flame out, I believe. The recipe's down here, and so is the brew day, so check that out if I'm wrong. Probably am. Just full disclosure here, I left this carving at like 30 psi for God knows how long. So I've been purging it for like 2 days, but it seems to be working now. Well, as you can see, this is like a very dark colored beer. It's kind of like burnt orange, I would say. Definitely looks like a strong ale and not an IPA if you're going off the actual guidelines. The head is kind of a cream color. Honestly, I don't know if it looks like it in the video, but it is pretty dark in here, so it's kind of hard to see. Oh, for the movie magic. Despite my extreme overcarbonation, the head turns out pretty good. You know, it's lasting, which is kind of surprising. I've gotten some nice lacing. All right, let's get into it. It smells delicious, but it smells super malty. It kind of smells like the ESB I always get from McLeod over in Van Nuys. I don't know if you really, you do pick up some of the hops, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't really smell like an IPA. It doesn't smell like it's going to be super hoppy. It smells really sweet. But yeah, I think Chinook is like kind of a understated hop too. So, you know, it's not the super floral or fruity. It's just kind of like a run-of-the-mill kind of situation, especially when it comes to this one. There's a fly trying to get in my beer. Okay, first sip, it does taste like Arrogant Bastard. So I was a little skeptical because I hadn't tried this yet, and my husband has, because he gets to be the taste tester of everything. And he was like, oh, it's really mild compared to like what I remember Arrogant Bastard being. But like we haven't had Arrogant Bastard probably in like 6 years, so memories are a thing. But this is actually, it's bitter. I wouldn't necessarily say it's really hoppy, but it does have a really nice bitterness. And it honestly just tastes like Arrogant Bastard to me, which I'm amazed, because I was like, how the hell are these like two stupid little tiny baby editions of Chinook gonna actually make this beer be a punch you in the face beer? It's kind of a punch you in the face beer. I'm surprised. I did not expect this. And my favorite thing about it is I didn't screw it up. There's no flaws that I can see in this. Which, sometimes when you're a brewer, even if your beer doesn't taste like a perfect beer, just having no flaws is a win, especially when you're brewing in the heat. This I actually wrapped in 2 different chillers. That's the level of intensity I was trying to like make a not super funky beer with, because like when your beer gets hot, it gets gross. It just gets gross. It's always the second sip that like really tells you what the beer is, because like the first sip I was like punched in the face with the bitterness, right? Second sip, it's really forward in the malt department on the first sip, and you just kind of get the bitterness on the back of your tongue. It's like a lot of IPAs I've had, but I don't think I would call this an IPA. It's just like a strong ale, I guess. But I don't really, like, I don't have a point of reference for other strong ales, like, in my recent memory. So it's kind of hard to describe, but it's really good. It also kind of has the, like, the hop kind of flavor of, say, a Pils. Like, people think Pils are not hoppy at all, but they actually are supposed to be. So, like, a Czech Pils is relatively hoppy for a lager. And it's, you know, it's not like a super hop forward beer, but there is the bitterness that is inherent to the style, which, I mean, you know, I know this. I know that Pilsners are hoppy, right? That does not keep me from being surprised when I order a Pilsner and it's hoppy and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be so tired after this because of the friggin' hops. It's like I should have ordered a blonde. But I don't know, since I've gotten to my 30s, I am like, I don't know what it is, but hops make me so tired. It's like taking a Benadryl. Which, I mean, hops are a sedative. That's like a medicinal property of hops. So if you're tired, drink some hop tea or a strong ale. I'm really impressed with this. Like, the American Homebrew Association knows what they're doing. That's kind of why I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like find a recipe, because I've never actually made a clone myself, as far as I know. I don't know if I have the capacity for the amount of testing that is involved, personally. But, I mean, when you make clone beers, sometimes they are spot on, and it's really cool. It just gets better and better as I drink it too. It's like, the body's pretty light, but it's got enough like weight to it that it's not watery, but it's kind of refreshingly light, because, you know, you have such strong flavors of the malt and the hops that you kind of need something that like will actually push it down your gullet. This is really good. You guys should make this, especially if you can't find Arrogant Bastard. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a Safeway versus Kroger situation. I don't know what the distribution is doing. Well, this is great. This is like a 6.7% beer, so probably shouldn't drink too much of it, because I am actively avoiding testing my next 2 beers. I've got to taste my Blackberry Saison and my Tomato Leaf Kvike, both of which kind of up in the air. I've been told the Blackberry is kind of okay. My neighbors up north still have the keg. Anyway. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you get to try this. It's a really easy recipe to make. And you can learn all about first wort hopping and flame out hopping and 90-minute boils. Oh, that's another thing. Like, I am actually curious if the color is because of the 90-minute boil. So I usually do a 45 or 60-minute boil, depending on just how much time I have, really. And, you know, I've made beers that have around the same malt profiles. There's Special B in here, and I think there's like caramel 60, maybe. I'm not sure what the other one is. Special B and what is the other one? Anyway, look in the recipe. I'll probably also write it down here because I don't like looking stupid. So, like, Special B is pretty dark, but, you know, I don't think if we didn't do a 90-minute boil, it would be nearly this dark. But it's beautiful, and it's very clear. It's been sitting around for a while, so it's really nice. Proud. I didn't find it at all either. There's not a wharf lock or anything in there. It's just cold crashing. I love making beer that's good. I haven't tried one of my beers in a while, except for my lavender wet hop, which was amazing. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm on a good stride. All right. Cheers.